Hey everyone, my name is Eugene and I do middle term investment on EU and US stock market. This is almost my first video and I want to share with you how and why I came from buy and hold type of investment into middle term trading, a position trading, a momentum trading, a swing trading, or plenty of other funky words. I'm planning to shoot a set of videos, let's say season 1, where I plan to explain all those details and obstacles I faced with so that you can use that as a foundation for your future deals or fill the gaps if you already do something similar. Now, make sure you subscribe
or I will have to call the police.
Why do I need it? During the last 4 years, I read a lot of books and watched tons of videos on YouTube. From learning stuff like what is the stock, what is ETF, or up to iron condor option trading or scalpel techniques. And since I'm not living the life of Robinson Crusoe on the island, I had a lot of discussions with people. Right now, I formed some sort of the community where we share investment ideas and our vision. Just to be clear, I'm not and I never worked as a professional trader. I really want to improve myself and develop myself in this area, share my achievements and mistakes and get your feedback so that I can improve myself. In a nutshell, I want to build a predictable way of investment where I can reuse my existing capital with some 20-30 year-to-year return in a long-term run and balance that with potential risk I'm able to control. I'm not chasing the daily or monthly income. This is not the income. I have a family and I like to spend time with them. I like to travel and have fun with my friends. Second, I work full-time, let's say classical grey office mouse. So as a result, I dedicate around 60-90 minutes a day for trading or investment. Check my homework, place an order to sell or to buy, check performance, read what is Trump tweeting today, and so on and so on. Of course, right now I also do this great content for you, so make sure you put like right now. Some days there is no market and I do basically nothing. I try to learn every day, and if I compare my stress resistance, the level of understanding and overall the way I work, I'm so much better than I was a year ago. Most probably in 1 year from now I'll watch this video and I will just do like this, oh my god, what the he's saying. I already tried some methods of investment and I usually follow the very simple rule: how fast and what efforts I need to take in order to generate 1k, 10k, 100k as a result. Right now I already achieved those goals and I'm on my way to make my
First 1 million with this type of investment.
What I do I consider as a profitable hobby, like you do sports. You have to do sports if you want to live long, right? Nothing special. And you have to reinvest your capital today so that you stay in the saddle when you get older. Or you can of course wait for the pension contribution from your government, also possible. What you might have seen already, a story like
1 year ago I started with this $100 and now I'm swimming in the ocean of money.
In short, there are many stories on how to get rich quicker. Theoretically it is possible, however those stories are not telling you few things, like emotional risk or marginal trading 1 to 400 where you can actually lose quite some of your capital very fast, truly speculative instruments and luck packaged all together in a day trading shipping box, which is super beneficial for your broker. Here you won't find it. Don't subscribe to this channel if you expect something from this domain.
I really don't believe I say these words.
My minority report on that is that majority of what you see with such many attacks is bullshit. Funny thing I notice is that day traders,
If they survive, of course,
usually turn into the middle term investors after those 5-something years of a roller coaster games and lost capital. Many of those declare emotional burnout.
of course, if you're a day trader and you're happy and everything's perfect, fine, I'm really happy.
I know myself, I don't want to step on the road knowing that I will most probably end up with success in a middle term investment. I want to sharpen one method of investment I like and use now, the one I will use tomorrow and in 10 years, with some adjustments of course, making it better and better. Now you should think about Bruce Lee.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times.
So this channel is going to be about a middle term investment ideas. Right now I have a plan to cover 3 main flows. So first one is set of 15-20 videos of the common questions I faced with during my learning path. Topics like type of markets, risk management, different types of players and their speed, fundamental and some of technical analysis I use, rules I use for each of my trades, and so on and so on. The idea behind is to give you a structured foundation that you may further use and adjust based on your personal greed and fear tolerance. Of course, I expect your feedback so I can learn as well. Second flow, my deals overview. I have not yet decided weekly or monthly format, so just let me know in the comments what you prefer. And the third one, how I make my homework and which tools I use to speed it up. So here is a little bit of my story. Back in 2016, I wanted to buy an apartment and the deal didn't fly. And I ended up with the cash on my account. I was thinking about the stocks before. However, I think it was a trigger to turn a desire into a practice. To be clear, deposits back in time were not an option due to 0.00 something percent lower than the inflation. It's actually the same right now. I went to my bank and found out that there are two instruments interesting to me: stocks and ETFs. I made proportional split of my money after the study to each of those instruments. As I said in the beginning of the video, my approach was very simple: buy and hold. Since I didn't know much, I had only two criteria for the stocks. So, do I personally know this company? Do I understand what this company is doing? Do I believe this company is going to be there in 5 years from now? Here is the initial list of those companies. Plenty of usual suspects, as you can imagine. For ETFs, I basically followed the advice of the bank manager, who was very accurate in his wording and risk assessment of my profile, something like 30 pages and 100 questions. However, in order to diversify my risk, I decided to invest in 4 different ETFs from 4 different issuers. 1 year passed and I checked my results, and here I am. All 4 ETFs made -1% year to year. 3 of them were negative and 1 was something like +2-3% positive. Stocks, +40% year to year. My plan has failed. Even though my strategy was to buy and hold, my paranoid nature pushed me to open my portfolio and check performance nearly every day. What I found is that during the year there were 3-4 major corrections, and if I was simply sold out my portfolio and bought it back just in 2-3 weeks after correction, I would have been at least 2 times more on my return. To understand the nature of those corrections, I started to read some technical and fundamental analysis. Books you can see here, or I don't know, I will put somewhere. Who are players, who is making money and how. Other things I did, I created an Excel file where I was modeling some of trivial scenarios like RSI 20-30 you should buy, more than 80 you should sell, MACD, blah blah blah, trying to understand if it's a good or bad point to buy and sell the instrument. Some people really liked that and thought that I was doing a black magic with that Excel file. That moment, I already had a community of people with whom I shared the ideas. I was super lucky to meet one person who is my existing partner and a great software developer at the same time, with whom we formed a team and moved all the business logic from Excel file into a real-time application with technical and fundamental approach I used before, and extended of course further. We call it Upstocky. We improve it nearly every week. I dedicated one of the flows specifically to show you how I use Stocky app and how you can use it as well to make your middle term trading better. In a few words, my trading strategy is to follow the professional institution steps, what Berkshire is doing or BlackRock, and continue doing that with the common technicalities and spot the right moment to invest money with a good potential of return and predictable risk. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and let's go further.